So let's take a look at the circle here. And if we remember, if we're opening up, let's say we're opening up all the way there. How much have you opened? Well, if this is 0 degrees, all the way here would be 180 degrees. And from here to there would be what? 90 degrees, right? Okay. That's one thing for us to keep in mind. Well, let's think. Let's just deal with this right here. And we have 90 degrees. Let's turn the pen on. We got 90 degrees. I got 180. Now, all the way around that circle, what did we say that was in radians? If you remember, all the way around, because that's the circumference, and we're always talking that this is 1 unit across, all the way is 2 pi, which means halfway is pi. Now remember, also opening all the way up from there to here is 180 degrees, which is the same as pi. We talked about that yesterday. Well, now what I want to do is I want to come in here and break it up a little bit. And I want to keep the idea that, yeah, it's in pi. Let's just deal with right now maybe our radians. Well, if I come in and I cut it, now remember, all the way open is pi. If I come here, I'm going to come at 30 degrees and then 60 degrees. And then we got 90 degrees straight up. And then I'm going to come at 120. I'm just going by 30 degrees, 150, and then we'd be at 180. Now think of this. We know all the way is pi or 180 degrees if we open up all the way. Well, if we take this pi, notice from here to there is pi. How many pieces have we broken it into? We've broken it into 6 little slices. Notice there's 6 slices of pi up top. That means each piece is a 6. So this is 1/6 of pi, 2/6 of pi, 3/6 of pi, 4/6, 5/6, and then here would be 6/6 of pi, which is just 1 pi. Those are the radians. That means 30 degrees is the same as pi over 6, or a 6 of pi. 60 degrees is the same as 2/6. That was the worst 2/6 written ever. Now we can simplify that. Do remember that that simplifies to simply a third. Now we will usually write as pi over 6, same as this. We would write, as pi over 6. That would be pi over 3. 3 pi over 6. If we reduce the fraction, it's going to be pi over 2. Here, 4/6 will be 2 pi over 3. 5/6 is as is, and 6/6 goes to just a single pi. So basically, 90, 120, 150, 180, these guys are broken into 6, and that's how we need to think about it. So if we come in here again, and we break it into 6, which is what we're doing, and we go straight up, and there, and there. But remember, these lines come through here also. So this would be 1/6 pi, 2/6, which again, we don't say that, we say pi over 3. 3/6, which is pi over 2, half a pi, because remember right here is a full pi opening. Here would be 3/6, 4/6, which simplifies there, 5/6, 6/6. Then here would be 7/6 pi, 8/6, which simplifies to 4 over 3, 9/6, which simplifies to 3 pi over 2, 10/6, simplifies to that, 11/6 doesn't simplify, 12/6, which is just 2 pi. We've made it all the way around. These are common cuts that we like. We like these 30 degrees, going by 30 degrees. So 30 degrees, again, is the same as 1/6 pi in radians. 60 degrees in terms of radians is pi over 3. If you come over here, remember this is 180 degrees. 30 more degrees would be what? 210. 210 degrees is the exact same as 7 pi over 6 in radians. So we like to split it in 6. The other thing we like to do is come in here just cutting it like this. Now that would be what? 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 45 plus 90 is 135, 180. You and I know this is pi. We know this is 0. We know this is a half pi. So if you cut a half in half, what do you get? A fourth. So this is pi over 4. So this is 1/4, 2/4, simplifies that, 3/4. 4/4 is here. This would be what? 5/4. 6/4, but we know that just simplifies that. And 7/4. And again, if you do 180 plus what? 45 degrees. 180 plus 45 is 225. This is 270, and then that would be 315. Okay. That was a terrible, this should have been more like there in the center. But either way, these are things we like to cut. We like to cut it in fourths and sixths. And we're just going to practice what the degree measurements and the radian measurements happen to be. That's what we're doing today. Just spending time doing it again and again and again, over and over and over. Now, one little thing we have to be careful of. Do notice that we're going to have our 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90. That 45 is right in here. So when we actually see the full thing all together, there's another 30, and then in between is going to be the 45. You are going to see a lot of pieces, so you got to keep straight the 30-degree pieces, which are the 6 pi's, and the 45, which are the fourths.